Who am I? We have been discussing this point for quite a few lectures earlier. Here we come to the same point again on this show to establish the importance of it. No need to talk any importance about it, if only the comprehending man knows it thoroughly. The importance is, it is because of self. Without the movement of the self, either in the form of a frequency or in the form of a ray, nothing is activated externally. No activity externally. And the activation, revelation, dwelling, discrimination, awareness, consciousness within is always potentially activated. Activated potential it is. The entire universe is an activated potential of Yada. Existence. Yada is existence, activation, revelation, dwelling, discrimination, awareness, accomplishment. Let us repeat. It is activated potential, a source spelling, expressing all over. This word all is a mundane expression. Single over, single universe. Universe says single over, not all over. All is in single pervading in all. That is the maxim of I, the self. That's how it gains importance. Well, in English, we use the word importance. We get a sense, all right. But this word importance is not to say that it is something essentially required, all right. But the word mukhya is of the language Samskrita, Khanu Avadarani. It is derived from that verb, avadaranam. It is to be dug out. Self is to be dug out, is the course of action now. The course of action which the universe has released. The entire universe, either it is a realized form or a course for realization. A realized entity for the men of knowledge, or a course of realization for all the others. Now, realization is making it real. How do we make it real? It is mukhya. That is important. It is important. Importance is not necessity. It is making it a course, putting it into a course for realization. We see in the world a logic. If something, a hidden treasure in the earth, what would we do? We get a crowbar, dig, and take the treasure. In the course, the activity is in two facets. One is digging to draw or take the hidden treasure, and put out the mud which is obstructing it. Two entities. Take the necessity, put out, take out, throw out the obstructing entities. This is expressed in the language Sanskrita as Ardhavada. Artha is utility. Vada is discussion. Discussion on utility. Utility is to take the reality, the required, and the next is to throw away the unrequired. This is both the ways discussion on the requirement, on the utility. Now, man is designed as the non-physical electromagnetic field, Yada, and as a source of consciousness, as a source, the consciousness with him, he is able to operate. He can operate the entire universe through his source of non-physical electromagnetism. And he can pervade throughout. He can pervade throughout. Right? No. But before he does it, it is not a simple job. It is not 3 into 3, 9, taught in the school, learnt, written in the examination, passed, and later forget. The entire studies, external, are forgetful, forgetworthy, and ever forgotten. None can carry forward. But the sense of I, the consciousness of I, is not a forgotten source, even if the physical body is cast off. Right? So, digging starts with the firm belief. The firm belief. The more the belief is firm, the activity is the more effective. It does two ways, as we said. It takes out the required, throws out the obstructions. Both the ways it can work. The belief can work on both the aspects. And the language, Samskrita, gives another word as samskara. This word samskara in English said as culture. Culture is not a created entity. It is a cultivated entity. It's not a created entity. It is a cultivated entity. Culture is grouping a man or elevating a man or culturizing a man in his aim, in his utility. As we said, utility. Utility is take the reality, throw away unreality. Both are utilities. This is culture. Aim is something, and putting it into practice, develop practice until the practice comes to awareness. This is culture. Man has to cultivate himself. This cultivation, again we call, let us see this cultivation through an example. By force of habit, he has come out identifying himself by a name, a form. For the physical body, he makes a lot of styles and feels that he is elevated. He is beautiful. This is a wrong identification. beauty is but skin deep. Once the body is put off, there's no beauty. Beauty is put off. Life is put off. No. Life is never put off. Let us be sure, if we have any concocted ideas about life, let us clean them today, now, at this site, in this moment, that I is ever living. It is because it's an element of existence. It's a consciousness of existence. Consciousness of existence stabilized by yada. Stabilized by yada. Supported and stabilized, homogenized, synchronized by the other characteristics. Existence, E by other characteristics, A-R-D-D-A-A. That can never die. That can never take birth, can never die. Universe is not a creation. The universe itself is not a creation. Man is not a created item. He is designed, and designed by the universe. Universe is universion. We repeat saying any number of times. Single version of consciousness of the element of existence, consciousness of supported, synchronized yada. And all the designs, that will take care of. That will take care of. It has taken care of. Today, the universe is the design of the element of existence. So, we have to see that design element in every aspect, in every matter. That is pervading. Just as a machine is designed, all the way it's working or not working. The design is an intelligence unseen physically, but still it is expressed by the functional behavior of the machine. This is a logic of the universe. Same way, the universe is one version of the element of existence, one function, one element of, one entity of the synchronized yada. That is the design element. Design element has to be seen. It is expressed everywhere. None can go out of the sight. None can go without expressing it. None can go without expressing it. It is impossible for him. He may die as he feels, but he cannot keep himself away from expressing it. Universe has not designed an element as death in this universe. Has not designed. An undesigned element does not exist in the universe. Right? Now, before we go further, we'll come to one point. Culture, mukhya, activating it, ardhavada, a discussion on utility. It is cultivation. Who is to do? We come to our practical problem. Now, out of the 84 lakh species, all these other species are not capable of taking it out. Get the reality, dharma, virtue, and put it into oak, put it into practice, putting it into all-pervading comprehension. None of them can do it. It's only the man who can do it. And out of the man, the infant, the boyhood, the childhood are not capable because their physical bodies are immature. And coming to the old man, he is out of maturity. He cannot also do it. His loins are dead physically. Although he is very powerful in his non-physical sense, putting it into practice into the world needs some physical effort into the world that he may not be able to do it. So the remaining is the youth. You children, you the youth. Now the discussion comes directly to you. It is because it is you who are non-physically and physically matured and synchronized to take this task. The task is to reach the reality. Youth is an English word. The language Samskrita uses the word yuva. Yu mishrana amishrane. The word youth, yuva, comes mishrana amishrane. Mixing, reaching, not reaching. Reaching the designed element reality is youth. And not reaching anything else is also youth. Say, for example, a student writing in an examination, he is concentrated, he reaches to his concentration, the intelligence with which he is approaching on answering the question paper. If he is disturbed, then his task is reaching, mixing, getting synthesized with his own intelligence, and not synthesizing with the others is also the element of it. Equal element. Synthesizing with his intelligence is as equally important as not reaching the others. This is again we call Ardhavada. Discussion on utility. Discussion on utility plays vital role with the youth. Youth is defined that way. Youth is not that where a moustache comes out physically, or some vacillating movements crop up into the physical body. No, it is not a vacillating movements cropping inside, not a vacillating instigation inside. It is not sex. It is not sexual. Sexual passion is not designed in the universe. It is not a designed element inside the universe. If a offspring is to come out, it's simple physical phenomenon. A male and female need not have an intercourse. An injection of the sperm into the ovary of the female will do the job. It's a physical phenomenon. It's a physical phenomenon. There's no passion. There's no emotion. This is a very wrong notion. The first corruption man does in the world, is sexual emotion. It is corruption over a pious reality. It is not a sexual emotion. It is an inquisitiveness to reach the real non-physical electromagnetism Yada, the element of existence A. That is the sense which just develops, blossoms in a youth. It is a blossoming, it is not a disturbance. You appreciate your children, youth, you're directly the target today. The senses go to you now. It is you who have to learn this before the blossoming is misconceived to be a sexual passion. Be sure right in the beginning. Let things not get perverted and yield to wrong senses and yield to wrong calamities. Be sure in the beginning. Surety is with self. Self with the self. Meeting the self. Synthesizing with the self. Synchronizing with the self is youth. And that reality, that pious reality, is being transmitted to the physical body so that the design is matured for the transmission, for the reflection. Because Yada is reflected to the physical body and activated into the external world to show that this activation alone is there. Let's take an example. The sun rays fall on a stone. Sun is very hot. Ray is also hot. Any amount of distance the ray passes, goes, it's still hot. It reaches the stone. Stone is getting hot. It's getting heated. Means it is absorbing the heat of the ray. But the ray is not disturbed. It is not perturbed. It is not shouting, saying that my heat is being taken away by the stone. Not like that. It's never done like that. All the more, the sun rays magnetize Earth and makes it rotate around its orbit. Around its own orbit, around an orbit maintained at a radial distance, constant radial distance around the sun. It's a orderly way of movement. Thou art that. Your children, youth, you're that. Your race can never be disturbed, can never be distorted, can never be corrupted at any farther ends of the world, farther ends of the universe. It is because this is comprehending cosmos. This is external cosmos, one cosmos. This external cosmos is comprehended here. Here, comprehended in terms of the comprehending cosmos, in terms of its source, in terms of its source, the element of existence, in terms of its source, the meeting of that element of existence, Yada, expressed as the non-physical electromagnetic field. The non-physical electromagnetic field. This non-physical electromagnetic field is here and can absorb the non-physical electromagnetic sense here. The entire universe is expressing its non-physical sense alone. It is designed thus. It cannot express its physical parameters, as the scientist today is saying. If at all it is to express only physical parameter, it seeks a death. There's no death for the universe. We'll see more about it in the later lectures. But you children, the youth, may you get your potentialities. And you should take to an effort where you realize yourself and radiate to the entire world. Every one youth, he is potential. Sun is not moving about to expand him or to distribute his energy. He is stable at his own place. You are that. Thou art that. You are birthless. You are deathless. You are immortal. You are only that element of existence forever. That's your eternal entity. A recurring entity in your worldly, mundane activities. In mundane activities, it's a recurring entity. And within you, it's an eternal entity. You're that. You can never be away from that. And you never lose it. You're designed that. It is a design element. It's not a purchased. It is not a concocted. It is not a created entity. It is a designed entity. May you appreciate. So, you should take a revolution. A revolution that you realize and you transmit at your own place. This really revolution is a word of mundane expression where it is expressed with some sort of frantic movements. No. We use the word. The word is very pacific here, used wrongly in the mundane application. Revolution is volute, revolute. Get again and again, perfectly. You will see in all the revolutions, it is same. It doesn't change. So it is said as a revolution. The word is very pious. It is used wrongly in the world. Let us not compare with the projections misusing in the world. Revolution. It is a single point. You're a focal point. Tejo Bindu we call. You're a focal point on the entire universe and its electromagnetic field. Either that is the electromagnetic field or I is the electromagnetic field. There's no debate about it. What the element of universe design is comprehension. Whatever is there in the universe is one element and comprehending it is another. Comprehending and expression. This is the radar. Receiving, expression. The external cosmos can only express. It has no need to receive. It is already designed. It works, it expresses, it conducts in its designed element. It's only the man who is fluctuating in it. So he is given the other element as expression. Because he is fluctuating, he should receive, conduct and express it. In his expression, he will see the faults, the mistakes, the crookedness of his expression. He can see it. Once he sees it, he compares it within and he finds the need for correction. He will correct. Right? So, this body is designed well for my expression. So my job through this body, through this reflection is read, monitor, correct my ray. This is my expression. Know myself, receive it and express it. Once the corrected ray goes, the ray is probably more perfect than the sun ray we have described now. More perfect. It is because the more sun's imperfectness is, that is physical. It can go obsolete in a day or two, in a day or sometime. This is non-physical. There is dissolution for the physics, as we call. But there is no dissolution here. The dissolution is not physical. I can dissolve the entire physical world right here, just by realizing my non-physical sense. I don't see physics now anywhere here. Anything. It is, any substance is a stone. We call it in the mundane language. But it is not a stone. The stone does not know its name. The stone does not know its shape. It only knows its consciousness of Yada. I am consciousness of Yada. That is consciousness of Yada. There is a link between both of us. A real link. So I can identify. It is more real than identifying a father identifying his son. A mother identifying his son, her son. It's more real. They're all obsolete language translations. They can be fade out at some time, but this never fades out. As we said, the entire physics, as we call, they're expressing their non-physical consciousness of Yada, and this reality is known only to the one who has realized his non-physical consciousness of Yada here. If only there is if I have to receive something, I should have a receiving end, and physically a hand. Without a hand, there is no giving, there is no receiving. Without receiving, there is no giving. Without receiving, no giving. I should receive one. This is the first item of culture making. Samskara. This is the first item to which you children, the youth, you should reach, mix, synthesize, synchronize with. You are designed for that. You are not designed to die. Once you receive it, then you express, you radiate. Then you become the radar of the non-physical electromagnetic field of Yada. It is only you who can do it. In the activity part of the universe, while in the reality there is no such activity as a commitment to realize and commitment to express is also a non-real entity in the universe by its design, because there is no such downfall there here. But we see today a downfall. So answer for this is, may I realize and I radiate. This is your concept, your children, youth. Directly the words are for you today. You should do it. If you shirk, the entire universe shirks. If you neglect, the universe being neglected is something different. It's a neglecting on the self. You are neglected. You have no aim of any life. You have no aim of any sense. You are a body of sense, and non-physical body, and non-physical embodiment of sense. Sense as consciousness, not shirking, not shaking, a physically comparable to a nucleus, unshakable potentiality, and the physical body, human physical body, with 74 trillions of cells, each cell having multi-atoms, and each atom having this nucleus. The design of the physical body is such. Just imagine one. If a physical body can be designed so potentially, how potentially an individual, an entity who is to use this physical body should be designed. Let us fly together, go together to understand that richness of the design of the universe. We identify it by just a hint as it is a design by the element of existence. And let us correlate a design of element of existence, design of the element of existence by the element of existence. Can it be so rich as this magnificent external cosmos, as this magnificent, more magnificent, this comprehending cosmos? You see the highlights. The institute is human light. The highlights is the human light. You're an embodiment of the human lights. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Rise to the topic, realize and radiate. Realize and radiate. Right? You agree? You are enthusiastic now. That's a very good virtue. We will discuss more in the coming lectures. Children, youth, let's meet again.